If you don't know where to begin, better ask Win.
Hi, Winston. Good to see you. Today we have 4 reasons your taxes will probably be higher in retirement. Many people assume their taxes will be lower in retirement, but that is not always the case. In fact, there are 4 good reasons you can plan on your taxes being higher. First, you don't want to compromise your quality of life in retirement, so you probably won't be spending less. In fact, you may be spending more, and you'll need the income to support that lifestyle.
That's right. You know, there's a well-known saying out there that retirement comes in 3 phases. There's the go-go years, the slow-go years, and the no-go years. I sound like Tom Hagner relived, right? These are classic lines. Go-go years, slow-go years, and the no-go years. Where do you think you're going to spend more money? In the go-go years, right? It's when your friends call up and say, hey, we're retired. Let's go to Vegas for the weekend. Let's go to LA and catch the ferry out to Catalina Island. Let's go do all this fun stuff. And you're in, you go, you have a good time. That's when you need the money, okay? And so what they told us when we signed up for that 401k is that when we're retired, we're going to be in a lower tax bracket because we don't have an earned income. Well, that's not true. That's not true for most people, okay? There's this one word called lifestyle. People don't want to eat franken beans in retirement. They want to drive nice cars. They want to stay in nice hotels. They want to go out for fine dining. They want to do fun stuff that's what you worked all those years for. So where does the money come from? It comes from qualified retirement accounts, which is when the taxes go up.
Right. Reason number 2, tax rates are set to increase. Many financial experts believe the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017 reduced federal income tax rates to the lowest they may ever be, and those cuts are set to expire at the end of 2025.
That's right. Listen to this. All Congress has to do for taxes to go up on January 1st, 2026 is nothing.
Right.
Now, ask yourself, what's Congress really good at doing?
Nothing.
And you probably have your answer. Now, I understand Donald Trump just got elected. He's talking about extending those tax cuts. He's also talking about no taxes on Social Security for seniors. He's talking about no taxes on tips. He's talking about, lots of things. This all remains to be seen, right? Because we've seen politicians make promises that didn't come true. But even if they do come true, if you don't tax in one area, it has to come back in another. Okay, so keep an eye to that.
Yeah, we'll get more into that in a second. But first, I want to talk about required minimum distributions, RMDs. Explain how these distributions affect our taxes.
Well, I got a lot to say on that. The Secure Act 2.0 came in, and one of the things people realize about the Secure Act is how it pushed the RMD age back. It used to be 70 and a half, and then it became 72 for people born. It's right on the screen right here. If you were born before 1949 to 1950, it's 72 now. 51 to 59, it's 73, and 60 and later, it's age 75. So here's the thing. Think about what your 401k was worth 10 years ago. Probably worth a lot less than it is today, right? What's going to happen with people is their 401k accounts are going to get larger. And they didn't change the RMD lifestyle, or the life expectancy table. So when you have more money and the RMD is at 72 or 73 or 75, it's going to force more money into the Treasury. And people looked at that like, oh, the government did me a favor, which reminds me of Ronald Reagan saying, the 9 scariest words in the English language is, I'm from the federal government and I'm here to help. Maybe the word federal added 10. But anyways, you see the point. Be wary of these tax situations, because what happens is RMDs force higher income on you when you least need it or want it. And what it does is it causes the taxes on your Social Security to go up. It causes IRMA issues with your Medicare premium. And people are hot about that when it happens.
All right. Last reason here, we have the writing is on the wall. Government debt, Winston, you know this one well, now stands at, hold your breath, $36 trillion. And the government has 2 options to make up that deficit: reduce spending or increase revenue, i.e. raise taxes.
Right. It's so big that if we went off the air and we came back an hour from now, it would go to 37 trillion. That's how fast it's racking up. Okay. What people have to understand something. The government needs to raise revenue, and the proverbial low-hanging fruit is the money that most Americans have the majority of their money in, the 401k or pre-tax qualified retirement account. What you have to recognize about that money is that the government, the IRS, has the first lien position on that money. So when you take money out, you got to pay them first. And your partner gets to make the rules, which is what they just did with the Secure Act. So you have to be tax wise with retirement planning. And most financial planning firms, investment firms, are not. They don't care if you have your money in a 401k. All they want you to do is grow it, grow it, grow it. And they don't talk about the implications of growing an IRA further. When you have enough, you have enough. Why continue to exacerbate the tax problem?
Mm-hmm. No, really good points. If your advisor is just talking about investments, you need a new advisor. Winston, if somebody has questions about anything that we've talked about today, or if they'd like to speak with you about tax planning, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Well, reach out, give us a call. 602 is the area code, 456-1928. See it on the bottom of the screen there, 602-456-1928. Or you can schedule an appointment right on our website at winstonandcompanies.com.
All right, Winston, thanks for your time today.
Thank you so much, Erin.
Got a plan for your retirement, 'cause you know it's just down the road. But if you don't know where to begin, better ask when.